Good morning. I better get this started. My daughter's already going to be in meetings until noon, which means the children and I have to be somewhat quiet. Yeah, look, you guys. Yes, yeah, my littlest granddaughter. She had her nail salon open yesterday. She did the one first, and I said, "Dear me, honey," and I watched her. Slow down a little and concentrate. Yeah? You made a mess out of this hand. I said, how about this one? Do a little bit more. And she did. Yes? Yeah. Okay. Well, one doesn't want to discourage. I said, well, as I said, constructive criticism. What's wrong with that, even in children? Right? I mean, come on now. Right? How do they learn otherwise? You're just going to say yes and amen to everything that they show you or do, and even if it's, oh, okay, what is that could have been done a little better, this, right? Yes, okay. My youngest daughter one time came to me and she said, you know, Mom, when I show you something, she's very artistic, she says, I know that you always give me your honest opinion. Is it my honest opinion? Somebody might look at a painting of hers and goes, oh, wow, this is just wow, and I goes, yeah, this is good too. Not quite sure what the soul is, but okay. Yeah. But when I'm going, wow, this is really, she knows, and now she found something that my heart really speaks to, or painted something, this or that. Well, honesty, I said constructive criticism. If it's just in the negative, then yeah, one better keeps their mouth shut, right? Yes. But so again, with the nails, I looked at my, okay. Concentrate a little bit, and don't get my skin painted as well, right? And then I'm gonna love it better, right? Yes, and she did. She wasn't offended or, well, I just don't do the other hand of it. No, nothing like that at all. She did more, right? Yes. So, children like honesty. Once they get older, they realize when you're actually really paying attention to what they're doing and showing you, and when it's just, yeah, okay, yeah, great, yeah. Yeah, right there, it already starts, doesn't it? Yeah. Saw another one where, so there was what, in the Old Testament, 613 laws that, one can't follow today anymore. And, you can't do that. So I thought, really, I bet we could if we put our mind to it and if we felt that actually was the guidance of God. There's 10 commandments, and they're not complicated. It's a good start. And so I thought, I'm going to go and check again. How many laws does it take to drive a car on the road, right? Yes. There was, years ago, I remember I saw something. Someone said, it takes 14,000 some laws to drive a car. People have no problems on following them. Most of them, right? Yes? And I thought, what? How many laws? And I tried to go and find that number again, and I can't. It's not, they don't even give you a number. The main thing that comes up is speeding and driving under the influence, right? Yes? Okay, there's many more laws out there, right? When it comes to driving a car, and people make an effort, yes, to abide those laws. Most people do. And that's not a problem. Oh, okay, all right. So weird. Well, anyway, there it is. Let's just get going here. In Judges 15, Samson burns the Philistines' harvest. Again, why would you do that? There's children and women involved who also need to eat. This is just whatever. Not long after this, at the time of the wheat harvest, Samson visited his wife with a kid. Oh, A baby, a baby goat, okay. He said, I wished to go to my wife in her room, but her father would not let him enter. I felt sure, he said, that you had taken a real dislike to her, so I gave her to your companion. Well, but would not her younger sister suit you better? Have her instead. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, so all right, it stays in the family. But Samson answered them, I can get my revenge on the Philistines now only by doing them some damage. So Samson went off and cut 300 foxes, then took torches and turning the fox's tail to tail, put a torch between each pair of tails. He lit the torches and set the foxes free in the Philistines' cornfields. In this way he burned both sheaves and standing corn and the vines and olive trees as well. The Philistines asked, Who has done this? And received the answer, Samson, who married the Timnite's daughter. His father-in-law took the wife back again and gave her to his companion instead. The Philistines then went and burnt the woman and her father's family to death. Samson said to them, If that is how you behave, I swear I will not rest till I have had my revenge on you. And he fell on them systematically and caused great havoc. Then he went down to the cave in the rock of Etham and lived there. Oh my gosh. What? Oh, Delilah. I see Delilah is coming up. Oh my gosh. This is just... I don't even know what to say to any of this. This is just like... Alright. No God involved, that's for sure. The devil had his entrance here. Okay, alright. Whatever. Again, this is like... What? Why is this even in here? I have no idea. Am I supposed to learn something from this? What, exactly? Huh? That it is a good idea to just follow God's guidance and laws? And not get into situations like this? I mean, it sounds to me like Samson has lost all reason. Because of what? Yeah, well. The donkey's jawbone. The Philistines came up and encamped in Judah and made a foray against Lehi. The men of Judah said to them, Why are you attacking us? They replied, We have come to see Samson and to treat him as he has treated us. 3,000 men of Judah then went down to the cave of the rock of Etham and said to him, Don't you know that the Philistines have us in their power? Now what have you done to us? He replied, I have treated them only as they treated me. They then said, We have come down to take you to hand you over to the Philistines. He said, Swear to me not to kill me yourselves. They replied, No, we only want to bind you and hand you over to them. We certainly do not want to kill you. They then bound him with 2 new ropes and brought him up from the rock. As he was approaching Lehi and the Philistines came running towards him with triumphant shouts, the Spirit of Yahweh was on him. The ropes on his arms became like burnt strands of flax, and the cords around his hands came untied. Coming across the fresh jawbone of a donkey, he reached out and snatched it up, and with it he slaughtered 1,000 men. And Samson said, With the jawbone of a donkey I have laid them in heaps. With the jawbone of a donkey I have felled 1,000 men. And with that he hurled the jawbone away, and that is why the place was called Ramat Lehi. And as he was very thirsty, he called on Yahweh and said, You yourself have worked this great deliverance by the hand of your servant. And now must I die of thirst and fall into the hands of the uncircumcised? I don't know if you guys are getting this. This is like... Oh, Father, what you all had to go through with people. Still do, I guess. Oh, my gosh. Okay, all right. Oh, I can't help myself here, but... Oh, my gosh. All right. Uh, Then God opened a hollow in the ground. The hollow there is at Lehi, and water gushed out of it. Samson drank. His vigor returned, and he revived. And therefore this spring was called En-ha-Koreh. It is still at Lehi today. Samson was judge in Israel in the days of the Philistines for 20 years. That's the end of 15. Whatever. It seems like these stories are, from what I'm kind of gathering here, the stories are surround always a place, right? In somewhere where the Israelites were at. And, made some fantastic story around it or something. I have no idea. What did I start out with? Honesty. Be honest about what happened. Be honest about it. And if one doesn't know, then you let sleeping dogs lie, kind of thing. Till, well, I don't know, the truth comes out, or one has, again, according to the true guidance of God, and the commandments, and to whatever, one kind of realizes, okay, whatever happened at that time, right, this is what happened. And well, when I look at Samson, that man was completely out of control. Right? Yes, today he probably would be put on some kind of medication or put into anger management or something. Yes? Yet, and again, where is the solidity and the solidarity between the Israelites? Here, they got one of their own, and this guy, man, that guy really went a bit out of, what did he all do? Why? Because of what? A woman? More or less? And what? A few ropes and linen and stuff? Come on now. And then he goes back. So he doesn't want the wife anymore, instead of trying to figure out what really happened and why she was in that position. And then he goes and wants her back. Oh, no, he just wants to, what, go and have a night with her in her room? Okay, you guys getting this? And how this is written down? And what one could assume, presume, think. And then the father says, nah, but I'll give you the younger one. What? Why would he do that? What kind of a father is that? Is this really about the Philistines and the Israelites, or is this just about what's going on with all them people? Well, anyway, so I find it interesting that afterwards, Samson goes and lives in a cave. Why did he do that? Did he realize he needed to get away from everything? Or was he hiding out? Man, what did I just do? Yes? Well, anyway. Then again, Yahweh came down on him and said, to do what? You really think God would support stuff like this? I'm just wondering. Well, anyway. So, here we go again. He's another one of them judges. What kind of judges did they have? I wonder sometimes what kind of judges we have now. If one wants to believe all the stories out, and again, if you look at the media right now, anybody that is out there making all them videos, first of all, the clickbait with the titles, the overheads that they have, then you're going to listen to, well, it doesn't have anything to do with the overhead. It's kind of, so what? Or it's so inflated that then, so-and-so really gave it to, and they put in their place, and I'm watching going, they weren't put in their place at all. They're just having a discussion, and it seems like nobody's learning from nobody. But as far as, they were put in their place, no. So, again, it's like the media is our Bible now, right? And it's just as confusing or as distorted as that Bible is. What? Samson did what? And for what? And what? God was involved in this? I doubt it very much. Is honesty involved, truth involved anymore with any of the stories in the media? Is it? And it's not just that. As I said, so many videos I watch and I'm like, huh? Also about health, this and that. I see, or the commercials, yes. I watch some because I have to, can't click them out or something. And here are these medications. Oh, this will be great for you, this, that. And then the side effects. If you have the length of the side effects and the warnings about the medication it is longer in the commercial. The time of it is longer in the commercial than the actual advertisement of the product. Oftentimes you have to figure out what is that for? What is it for exactly? Then you come, I'm listening to, man, why would anybody take that? Sometimes it can occur death. It can cause suicidal tendencies. Yeah, if you start to feel weird or this or that and have suicide, then you need to go back to the doctor. Well, you know what? Once a person is in that kind of state, they're not going to go back to the doctor, are they? This is a weird one. It's just weird. I saw another one. I'm going to mention that real quick, and then I'm going to finish up here. That'll be a short one. In Matthew, and again, it's interesting. I listened to Sir Matthew, the book of Matthew, the first book in the New Testament. They're not sure how that came to be. It's an odd book that seems to have been just taking bits and pieces of other people's writings and put together as Matthew. Okay, yeah, they found that they're finding things out. And so is it less credible? What do I know? But there is one part in there about right before you go and try to take the speck out of the eye of someone else, make sure that you don't got your own speck still going. How hypocritical. And then it says, clear up the speck in your own eye before you go and take out the speck in your brother's eye. Listening to this, well, what if the brother feels the same way? I'm just saying, how does this make sense? Right? What? There's a fallibility going on in that teaching, and I'm not sure if people realize that. Who says I'm right? I'm not saying I'm right. This is just how in a way though, on how I've got to know God in my life, and the guidance that when I really truly follow God's guidance on how things are, how they right themselves somehow, right? Yes? His kind of tells me I must be doing something right. Yes? Must be doing something right. And I'll also remember, where my focus should be. But again, as it says in Matthew, well, who's to say that one brother or one person has the clarity really? And then, okay, now it's okay to go and start to accuse someone else. Yes? And it says basically, don't talk about anybody else if you're not there yet. Or criticize them or this or that. Yes? It's not constructive criticism, it's different, okay? And yeah, if you still don't have that clarity or whatever, who says, who knows, who has really the clarity? Because as I said, one person says, well, that person is doing this and this wrong, and I don't know what, and the other person feels the same way, right? Points the finger at me and goes, well, that you are doing this and that and that. Well, all right, so if I get clarity, right, then my example, hopefully, right, will do what? I don't know. Is it possible to be a good example out there? And someone that just thinks completely different, this snap will look at that, go, I like that. I think I'll follow that kind of guidance or example. Is it? Are people thinking like that out there? Or, well, I have clarity now, so I'm going to be the example. So the other person wants to be the example. No, I want you to follow me. Right? You see? Matthew, that doesn't make to me. I read that, and that sounds good, but I'm reading through it, I'm going, wait a second, there's something really not right here. Yes? I think that in many things like that, the lesson out of it to be learned is stay humble. Stay humble and consistent in what? I find that following the Ten Commandments is a really, really good start. We had last thing. So while we were doing the nails, she comes and Mommy had given her regular nail polish. I thought she was going to come with the little things that she has, a few of, which supposedly are all dried up. And that they're, yeah, okay, yeah, a little one, 4-year-old can handle those just fine. And I was talking to someone had been visiting, and here she comes. I had my hand ready on the paper towel she had brought, so it's good. And we were sitting at the dining room table. It has a carpet underneath, and she comes. She's already had it open, and the nail polish on it, and there was a drip. One drop fell on the carpet. I'm going, oh no. We're in trouble again. And my daughter was at work yesterday, on site. I'm looking at that and going, ugh, gosh, ugh. And I said, Abby, put this down. We gotta take care of this first now. So we tried to get it out, and it didn't work, and we ended up getting some paint that looked like the carpet. Yeah, it was one of those really tight carpets. Thank God it wasn't like a Persian rug or something. And we tried to kind of color it in, but it bled through again. Okay, so we were sitting down here, and we were talking about her little nail salon. Mommy was here too, and I looked at Abby. I said, "Hey, Abby, I think we need to tell Mommy what happened." And she looked at me like, no, it's not, right? I said, Abby, we have to come clean. We have to be honest, right? Yes? Good. Hey, could have just not said anything until she would have seen it, right? Yeah, herself, if she would have seen it. It actually was pretty good camouflaged, right? But still. And Abby said, Abby, we need to tell Mommy. It's better to tell Mommy now, okay? Before she sees it and then comes looking for, the truth on what happened. So we did, and Mommy was okay. She said, I said, look, I put the nail polish, the two of them that obviously you gave her, up. And I'm going to let you decide if she can have those back again or not. Or, well, anyway, so we all took a little of the responsibility together, and then everything was fine. Yes? Anyway, so there it is. Honesty and truth brings us to a place where we learn from our mistakes, where we own up to our mistakes. Yes? And was I a good example to my little granddaughter? No? The consequence of owning up and saying, was better than to wait for the storm to really happen. Yes, see? All right. Well, that's enough for today. Let's see. That's a short one. Again, 25 minutes, not bad. I gotta go and fix French toast for them children. You had it yesterday, they want it again today. So that's what they're gonna have. It's a good breakfast. You got cherries and watermelon up there. Cherries. Cherries, by the way. If you have gout, which I have, and I kept it under control, oh, for a long time. I've had gout since the age of 25. Almost 60 now. And I walk fine. I have the episodes where, somebody give me a saw so I can cut off my big toes. That's kind of where it has settled. It's uric acid that isn't supposed to be in your bloodstream, but sometimes there's so much of it that it exits the bloodstream and crystallizes and often, not all the time, goes to the lowest point in your body, which is your feet, your toes, and the big toe seems to be big toe is connected to certain things in our body, and they seem to gravitate there. Cherries, though, dissolve these crystals. Anything cherry. It's one of those things. Most of the time, herbs in their pure form, like many herbs, if you make tea and you want the benefits from it, don't boil it. Right? Don't boil the herbs. Just make the water hot and put the herbs in it. And let it steep. And then the benefits are there. Right? The medicine is there. But in cherries, it doesn't matter. The whatever is in, I can't tell you. I can't remember what it is that helps with that. But in cherries, it doesn't matter if it's cherry pie, juice, jam, fresh cherries, dry cherries. It doesn't matter. The benefits are there. Yes? Yeah. And so we have some cherries. Yum, yum, yum. And of course, if you have really bad gout, it's probably going to take quite a bit of cherries. But I don't think you can overdose on cherries. Right? Yes? Okay. That's worth reading up on it. It helped me a lot with my feet and all that. So, and I walk still pretty good. When it comes to my feet. Yes. What other problems do I have? All I could tell is the spirit world, well, my mouth's still working, so I can still read the Bible and give messages. Yes? What else is important? So I'm getting older, right? My youngest granddaughter took my finger, this one, and she twisted it, and I'm going, ow, 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 ow. And she's like, looks at me, and wasn't really, I showed her, see, I don't know if you guys can see the knots. I showed her on how I have this arthritis as you get older. I don't not also not everybody gets that, but Rosie does have it on several fingers. And I said, it doesn't hurt as long as someone doesn't do what you just did, or if So she's like, oh, Liz was, I have to be careful with Rosie's fingers. I said, yes, you do. There you go. Well, anyway, so what else? Well, it is what it is. I guess I can't, from the diagnoses that I've got when I was younger to now, I can't complain. I'm doing really, really well. Much better than what was predicted. So, I'm going with that. Yes? And somehow I always find the strength, yes, to do what I need to do physically. Having all the children here, they're so wonderful. Yesterday I told them, I'm a little tired, you guys. I think I'm going to have you be my servants today instead of me being your servant. And they're going, yay! I loved it. We're all, yay! So it was all kinds of little things where they were helping me with. And then in the evening, here go my two grandchildren from here, go upstairs. And they were gone for quite a while. And my daughter and I were talking. I kept thinking, man, I wonder what they're doing. Suddenly they come and they had made lemonade for all of us. Yeah, it was so cute. Then when Daddy got home, they had lemonade ready for him too. Oh my gosh, so cute. Anyway, oh, here come the Canadian geese. I hear them. Oh, there they are, 3 of them. Interesting, they're not really flying in formation. I guess it's not really that important. They're not going to go that far. Oh, 4 of them. 4 position foundation. Beautiful. Look at that. Oh, there's 5. Oh, there's 2 more. Oh. Oh, they're meeting up. That's why they're honking. Oh, flew right over. Oh, that was so. Thank you, Father. There you go. You see, a little reward of just being able to be a part of this little scene here. Yes? Yeah? Because I'm doing what? But one has to notice that. I guess that's when you kind of gain clarity in some things. That was, I want to end the video with that. That was beautiful. All right. You couldn't see it. God's love and blessings always. May He protect you. Here comes my grandson. I will talk to you all another time.